Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
Wide receiver Allen Robinson has a well-deserved reputation as a guy who wins the jump balls downfield. Every time you talk about him and people describe him, they want to marvel at his ball skills. But quietly, he continues to improve his route running and the other facets of his game as he tries to get into the upper echelon of receivers in the NFL.
Now Barkley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated high.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete, and out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
So that one will be accepted. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Dalton bootlegs out. That's complete right around the 8. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards.
Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And just a simple, basic neutral zone infraction here, partner.
Yeah, when you're ready to launch and go get the quarterback, sometimes you take off a bit too fast.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. And it'll be Dalton again. Underneath, this is Bernard. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Encroachment defense.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Hill. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Bullock will put this one through, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Again, they run. Again, it's Ivory. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Watching that body. Back
Here's Barkley. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now he will have a first down here at about the 40. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Geno Atkins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is Ivory. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On play action, they'll throw. Underneath, Ivory. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back, Charles Davis. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Another run. This time it's Ivory. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain. He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll run for it. Ivory. Chris Ivory loses the football. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, They want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On second down, Hill finds a seam inside the 40. There goes Jeremy Hill. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Hill, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jeremy Hill touchdown run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. But he's got it to Hearns. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Back there, here we go. All right, here we go. Over.
They'll give it up to Ivory. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is caught by Hearns. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down carry now for Yeldon. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Leopard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check, Patriot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the two deep. Defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
So Dalton now. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one goes for 24 yards. Dalton, 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Green with a catch left side. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Underneath here to Hill. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This will be Dalton again. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Dalton here from the gun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
No, Jack, Patriot!
That's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then...
is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And now it's second down.
They always say the real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. Second and 10. Dalton once more. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing. Dalton. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bullock will put this one through. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Returning it, John Ross. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly.
Neutral zone infraction.
Because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Paul Slusny in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And I think the ball's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a give. Running left is Ivory. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Ross on the return. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Dalton to Hill on the draw. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They go play action here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finish. Part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. On second down now, Hill. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches. Dalton bootlegs out. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on third.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Andy Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Avery Jones forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, Hill. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jeremy Hill with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now an inside run to Jerome Felton. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Barkley completes it to Hearns. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On play action, they'll throw. And Tammy with it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. We'll call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They give it to Ivory. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Six yards to go here on second down.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run with Ivory. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. The Jaguars on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Detroit.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Set. Green 39. Over. Check. Watch it now, Barney.
Got a going to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they really need... points here in a two-score game, could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now. Hill. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Hill, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of the pistol, Ivory. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 31 yards that time. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Here's Barkley. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They're going to look to throw. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Watch it now, Barney. Green, 39.
And the big tight end shifting around. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.